We have more than 1,000 companies that have joined the COVID platform. No, we are also moving into the mood of looking at what would a great reset look like, how to restart the global engine, how to get out of the recession. Emerging economies are at this point looking at its first really contraction of the economies for the first time in 6 decades.
We cannot end this pandemic unless we end it in every continent and every country. Will be truly safe only when everyone is safe. There is a profound hunger for global leadership that can exercise moral imagination and moral courage on behalf of the common good.
The best way that the banking system can aid that process and aid, frankly, making this recession as tolerable as it can be is to continue lending. There was a lot of firepower used by central banks. Absolutely the right thing to do, no question about that. We had to stabilize financial markets. But we're going to have to come back and revisit the effectiveness of doing that.
There is a pressing need to reduce the continent's high trade dependency on non-African partners. Intra-African trade accounts for less than 16% of the continent's total trade, and therefore, in post-COVID world, once fully operational, the CFTA could boost intra-African trade significantly and aiding economic recovery.
We should also make sure that we get a more sustainable economy. There are huge opportunities here, and we can also leapfrog when it comes to digitalization.
There were a number of automation and digitalization trends already underway that were already likely to disrupt jobs. And I think what this crisis is likely to do is actually make that opportunity for reaction, that window for opportunity, even shorter than it was before, because a lot of the digitalization trends are likely to accelerate in this current crisis, in addition to the job losses from the structural change that has occurred.
We're putting a lot of emphasis on creating jobs. We're no longer setting a GDP growth target. Instead, we're setting a target for job creation and job maintenance. I think this is one thing which is highly dependent on government's policy.
Today, we're seeing absolutely every single C-suite that I know in America and elsewhere focused on stakeholders in the sense that they have to talk to not just their shareholders, but to their own employees, their customers, their clients, governments, and also society around them about what they're doing to respond to the crisis. And we've seen this again in relation to Black Lives Matter.
What we have found, in fact, post-COVID is that the interests in things that are sustainable, investments that are sustainable, investments that are impactful in a positive way, and ESG has in fact been increasing. So if you look post-2020, in fact, diversity does pay. In fact, ESG does pay.
All investing has an impact. All corporate behavior has an impact. The question is whether it's a good impact or a bad impact, and do people think about the impact? And they've not in the past, but in the future they will, and that will be at the heart of any great reset.